everyone. Welcome to the Crossroads Podcast, your place to get the latest news, events, and discussion in the world of PlayStation, PC, and Xbox gaming. I'm back, your host, LeRon Dawkins, and of course, are my compatriots, my co-host, the one and only Mr. Andre Wilson. What's good, dude?
What is going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
And of course, my boy Stoy. What's up? What's good, dude?
What a Midwestern old white 50-year-old man thing to say, Andre.
Right?
Honestly, I hate. That's one of my pet peeves. Is like when people come up to me and say "Happy Tuesday," like motherfucker, ain't a holiday. Don't tell me Happy.
I honestly don't even know why I said it. I just started saying it.
Part of the day, Andre.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I just started saying it, and like even after I said it, I'm like, why the fuck did I just say it like that?
Yeah, right.
I swear, sometimes I have these like dad moments where I'll say something or do something, and I'm like, whoa, hold on.
No,
What?
I caught I don't feel bad because I caught myself. Someone came up to me and says like, like we had I was coaching a soccer game today, so one of the guys is like, "Hey, coach, how's your day going?" And I was like, living the dream. And I walked away. I'm like, God, why do I say that? God
damn it.
Damn.
Yeah, like
I'm a 50-year-old white man.
Do you hasn't been the last 3 shows I've nicknamed you the daddy of all dad sims, Stoy? Come on, man.
That is true.
Yeah, and I was extremely disappointed, in the games coming out this week that you omitted a particular game that is coming out this week.
What?
I added it in there. It's on October 20th. We can't talk about it until we get to that point. So, you're gonna have to tell people. You're gonna have to make people wait.
Wait, is it what I think it is?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You see it, right? Yes.
Hold on.
So
Let me refresh the page just to be sure.
Yep. No, that's it. That's it right there. So,
Am I calling shenanigans? Am I about to call shenanigans?
that's a real fucking game right there. That's a real game.
I know it's a real game. I thought.
Okay.
Never
Wouldn't
mind.
lie to you. I wouldn't lie to
Never
you.
mind. No. I don't doubt you for a second. I do not doubt you for a second.
When have I ever steered you wrong? You call me the daddy of all dad sims, so I know my shit.
Which means you also know terrible dad jokes.
Yes.
But anyway,
I was gonna say, do you remember that one episode where Andre and I was just like spitting dad jokes all day?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, that was episode 88. If I'm not mistaken.
Wow, he remembers.
Jesus, wow.
I try.
Yeah.
I try. I mean, eventually I'm gonna get old and senile to where like nothing will stick. But now's not the time.
Actually, that does remind me. Actually, I picked up a new job just recently.
Hmm?
I picked up a new job recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a forklift operator now.
Wait, in real life?
Yeah, in real life, I'm a forklift
I
operator.
thought you meant like a simulator game.
No.
Wait, wasn't he doing this like a few episodes ago?
No. I'm a forklift operator, and I'm like a couple days in, and it has its ups and downs.
I like how me and LeRon are like, hold on, is he serious?
We're like, wait, what?
That was the dad joke.
Is this life right now?
What kind of forklifts is it? Like the big ones?
You guys missed the butt of the joke.
It has its ups and downs.
It has its ups and downs. Okay, you get it.
I got it.
I caught that.
Forklifts go up and down. God, do I gotta explain everything to you guys?
Sorry.
Andre, you're a dad. You should have gotten this like right away.
I don't even want to ask. He's a dad, but like his kids are not of the age where like he can make them suffer with dad jokes. Right now, they are so small. He can tell you dad jokes and they'll laugh hysterically.
That's why they're just jokes. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I still just say them to like friends and my fiance, and they'll just give me a dirty look and walk away. So.
Like no, his daughter has to get like 12 or 13 years old. If that, I believe girls get the sass gene like early.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, 100%.
Mine has her mom's, and I've been tempted to punch her in the throat a couple times.
Just like you want to punch your wife in the throat a couple times, like what?
Yeah, I've never actually hit them.
No.
Like There have been times where like I'll like ask her to do something and she'll like roll her eyes and I'm like, I will fucking chop you right in the throat. Like,
One of
don't.
my one of my really good friends, like him and his wife, like they've got kids that are real soon going to be getting out of high school and stuff like that. And it was funny because he and I were having a conversation and the subject of his kids came up, and he was telling me one time like his son, they were having a conversation, and he said something to his son. I can't remember what he said to him, but his son like clapped back at him, right? And my friend said he just had to sit there and just look at him for a second because in the back of his mind he's like, when did I raise such a fucking asshole? Oh my god.
I don't. That's why I don't have kids. Do you guys want one more dad joke?
Please.
Okay. What kind of car does Jesus drive? A Chrysler.
I fucking knew it was gonna be something like that.
Do not forget, you are checking out the Crossroads podcast. This comes to you every week to bring you the latest news, rumors, and games and journals.
Does LeRon even laugh at it, or is he just really just trying to project right now?
Exasperated sigh is what you got.
Okay, all right. Well, then I nailed it.
Wow. Like, I'm going to have to go to therapy for that one. How about that, dude?
Sure. I'm glad I could help, I guess.
As I was saying, Crossroads comes to you every week, bringing you the latest news, rumors, and games and discussion in the world of PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Crossroads airs live on Tuesday nights on youtube.com/Exodus803 at our new time slot, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, that's our time slot going forward now because I'm tired. As always, if you want to check out more of the show, you can head over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast locations to get the audio versions of the show, which are hosted on Thursday mornings after the live show debuts. The video recap of the show can be found early Thursday mornings at youtube.com/Boss Network. I'm sorry, that is wrong. I'm sorry, that is bossrush.net. That's where you can find it at. All right, my bad. But if you all
imagine getting that name wrong.
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Bro, you are Mr. Boss Rush.
No, I am not. If you want to see previous episodes of our show, all of our episodes can be found over our parent website, bossrush.net. And if you like the show and you're checking us out on YouTube when we are live, please consider subscribing to the channel as well as turning on notifications. And also, if you're listening to the audio version of the show, remember to share, rate, and review us wherever you're checking us out at. Okay, fellas. You know what time it is, right?
I don't actually.
Well, number one, it's time for me to start taking down timestamps. But it's time for us to talk about what we've been playing this week.
That's what time it is.
Cyberpunk 2077 and Digimon Survive. I actually made it a note that okay, let me backtrack a bit. Cyberpunk, I'm on the last mission of the game. And I'm very proud of myself for actually getting to the end of that game. And I actually thought of like this podcast and the conversation that we've had, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually gonna finish the game. So that's been cool.
I mean, it's not the first game you've beaten this year, is it?
Yes.
Wow, I feel kind of inadequate.
You're late to the party because I've beaten one game this year.
I've just been playing a lot of Destiny, right? So that's been taking up my time, which I'm kind of like, I'm not like.
Oh, trust me, I feel you on that.
I'm not like over Destiny, and if Corey hears this, I'll probably get an earful. But I'm like kind of tired of Destiny because it's just it's a long story. Anyway,
it happens.
Yeah. So Cyberpunk, I've been playing a lot of that. It's been so much fun. And then again, if you haven't watched the anime, I highly recommend that. I finished it. I cried, not actually, but you ever watch a show and the ending hits you and you just feel a certain way for like a long time? Yeah. That's exactly what happened to me. Like I watched.
How many episodes of the Edge Runners show is it?
There's 10.
Remember, don't
Okay,
cry because it's over. Cry because it happened. Is that the same?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
have to
So
look
know.
it up.
yeah. So I finished
Let,
it, and it was
let me ask
sad.
let me ask the question.
Go
Let
ahead.
me ask the
Don't cry
question because
because it's over. Smile because it happened.
That's it.
because I saw because I saw both the Not Safe for Work trailer
Yeah.
as well as the actual trailer, the one that they actually let you see on Netflix.
Okay.
Um, is that is that V in the Edge Runner show?
No. So this is an entirely different crew. It's not V.
Okay,
It's
okay,
not V.
but
But anyway,
he's wearing the same jacket and sports the same haircut though, or
um,
male or female.
you can. So after the show came out, you can find that jacket in the game.
Uh huh.
So and I found it, so I'm wearing like David. So that's his name, David. I found
Okay.
his jacket in the game, so I'm
Okay.
wearing it. Anyway,
Okay.
this like it takes place in the universe and in the game, and you can actually go to locations and visit their apartments in the game, but they're
Yeah.
not in the game.
Uh huh.
So it's like an entirely different part of Night
Night City.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So, the show was great. I highly recommend it to anyone that is playing Cyberpunk, thinking about it, or has played Cyberpunk. It was
Yeah.
great. Um, I watched this like 15-minute compilation of people watching the finale, and there was like everyone like cried. Like it's so good. I
Wait.
can't stress enough, and I won't.
Wait.
I
Wait.
won't
Wait.
keep.
Is it Tears of Joy or did the game or did the show actually move you?
Don't
It's
cry
both.
because it's over. Smile because it happened.
It's both.
I'm gonna
But
keep saying that.
I won't sit here and just beat the horse. But it's good. Go watch it.
Uh,
And then Digimon Survive. I figured I'm like halfway through the game. Why not just kind of pick it back up and just fucking get that done? So
okay.
I've been going at that.
Okay. So last time you mentioned Digimon Survive for our weekend recap on the Saturday articles for what are we playing.
Yeah.
You did say you were on the new game plus, right? You're trying to.
No.
You're trying to.
No.
You're not.
No. No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought.
did you
Oh.
did you think I
I
was?
thought. Yeah, I thought you were. I thought you'd already beaten the game once because I know you were saying that you don't see a true ending until you beat it on New Game Plus. So I thought that's what you were on.
Oh, pardon me. No, no, no. So like I'm gonna beat it and then replay it with different choices to get that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So but yeah, so like to get the true ending, you have to beat it, then replay it again to get the
Got it.
the
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I can't. I was gonna troll you because I was gonna send you a screenshot of like the it's that old Digimon art where it's like it shows like the kids and the Digimon all sitting around the fire.
Yeah.
I was gonna send you that with some like snarky caption and be like, this is Andre right now and survive.
Yeah. No kidding. Basically. Yeah, but other than those two, it's just been it's been those two. That's it.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Stoy, you're up.
I played an hour and a half of Plague Tale Requiem so far.
Okay. Okay.
That
Wait.
game.
Yeah.
What?
No, no, no. I was gonna. I was gonna ask you. That game just dropped. Was it today or did it
Today.
sneak?
Today.
Or did it sneak out last night?
Nope. Today.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about it?
I love it so far.
Okay.
I am it's obviously I haven't really gotten into the meat and bones of the story.
Uh,
Um the game kind of starts out with like obviously I don't know if have you played the first one?
no, I was getting ready to ask you though. Is it required to play the first one?
I mean kind of because you need to kind of understand what because you got um Emil, I think that's her name,
Mm-hmm.
and the kid Hugo, the boy.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you're playing as the older sister, and obviously you have to take care of your younger brother Hugo that has this special power of being able to control rats in a very homicidal, violent manner.
Okay.
And
I kind of I
uh,
kind of gleaned that off the trailer that that
Yeah.
he controls them, but he doesn't have control over them, or it's more like he's just unhinged, and the rats are like his vector for how he vents
Well,
retribution.
yeah, it's like he doesn't have control of them, but he does control them when he loses control. So like in times of like high stress or like he's like basically kind of cornered or whatever,
Uh-huh.
he loses control and unleashes this like swarm of rats that basically infects everything around them.
Okay.
So he has trouble controlling it. Like he obviously can't control himself. So there's people that are hunting for him. They're hunting
Mhm.
and trying to kind of find him. So that was the kind of point of the first game where they led an inquisition to find this kid because it's like, people see that and they're like, we need to harness his power. So the second game basically starts out like kind of after the first game where like, Hugo's just trying to be a boy. Like he knows he has his power, but he needs to kind of control it somehow. So um but you're also playing as like the role of like I'm the big sister and I still want him to be a child, but obviously
Yeah.
he has this curse that's affecting him physically. So the game starts out with you like kind of running away from these kind of homicidal maniacs that basically the beginning of the game starts where like he loses control, kills a couple people, and then people are after him now because of this. And
Mhm.
it's like you get to this new city where like these people are supposed to take care of you and help understand. So they call it the macula. It's basically like um it's like I guess they call it like a magic blood disease or something like that that's giving him this power. So
Okay.
but everything in this game it looks strikingly like it looks like a current gen game because this game is not on PS4, not on Xbox One. We're talking full
Yeah,
on.
it looks impressive.
Yeah, and it runs impressive, and that kind of will lead into the conversation later on in the show where we talk about, performance of like it needs to be at 60 frames a second, bullshit, whatever. Like this game is locked at 30 frames a second, but it
Mhm.
looks freaking amazing. It runs smooth, it runs amazing. Like the environments are just like immensely detailed. Everything runs so smooth. Like I'm just like, and this isn't like a big AAA studio. Like I think these guys, as Obo Studio, I forget what else they've made, but um, you know, they're not like a Naughty Dog or an Infinity Ward or something like that, whatever, or Santa Monica Studio. You know, they're not a big AAA studio, but I mean, this looks amazing so far. So,
Mhm.
uh, but let's talk about Scorn.
Sure, let's do it because I saw kind of like your preview have what you said you're going to talk about tonight.
Oh, did you see it? Did you watch the clip?
No, I did not watch the clip, but
Okay, all right.
I saw what you said you were going to talk about when you quote
Yep.
tweeted the Crossroads Twitter.
Yeah. So, um, Scorn is it's a 5-hour game. I beat it in 5 hours.
Uh,
Um, and it is a
Wait, that's it?
grotesquely yeah, that's it.
That's it?
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah. I mean, if you speed run it, you could probably knock it out in 3 hours.
Mhm.
Um, but I think what struck people as odd is that this game had puzzles in it. And in every trailer that you saw, there was no indication that there was puzzles. It almost looked like a walking
Yeah.
simulator. But then all of a sudden, like I would say like the first like 10, 15 minutes into the game, all of a sudden you have a puzzle to solve. And it's like, what the fuck? Like it kind of shook me too, because I was like, I was staring at something and I was like, this is a puzzle. Like I have to actually solve this. Like, so it was kind of weird because it was like um those games where you have to like move blocks in order to free up a block to get it to the other side of the grid or something like that. I'm
Yeah.
having it. So basically, it was like I was staring at this on a wall, and I was like, "Wow, this is a puzzle I have to solve. I have to actually do this." So it took me aback, but I wasn't like pissed or anything like that. I was like, "All right, sure, yeah." Um, but have you heard of the artist H.R. Giger?
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course. Like I
obviously.
yeah, I'm not gonna say I cut my teeth, on on the alien horror movies, but yeah,
Yeah, a lot of his art is referenced in like kind of it's obviously become the
in this
antithesis
in the
of the Alien
stylings.
franchise.
Oh,
Mhm.
So this game is very heavily inspired by his work,
Yeah.
and some other like Polish artist or something like that. So it's very grotesque. but this game does not hold your hand whatsoever. It literally gives you nothing.
And
There's
this
no
is scored?
story. Yeah,
It's,
there's
Okay.
no
wait,
story.
there's no
There's no
story. Then
back.
how the hell do you play it?
You just go. All of a sudden, you wake up and you start walking forward, and you basically go through hallways. You go into big open areas. You solve puzzles. You activate levers. You push things. You stick your hands in gross things. Like it's just like that's it. Occasionally you get weapons. You get weapons that you have to use. Um,
Really?
and the game is so the reason why I said what I said, I tweeted that I'm probably going to be talking about penises a lot.
My
And
favorite. Wait, what? Hold on.
okay,
Wait a minute.
okay, Andre, this is for you.
Yeah,
like-
penis stuff.
So this game is very has very it admittedly took me a while to kind of correlate between the two, because there's a lot of uh art that is very sexualized. So a lot of the characters that are modeled on the walls, a lot of the particular art has very sexualized themes behind them. So like penises and vaginas are very apparent
So this
in
is
this
on
game.
display.
Yes, we're talking just like full on. Like if you really look at it hard enough, you could say that looks like a penis.
Is
You're
it?
working.
Wait, wait. Is this our mind that does that? Because like
No,
we live in this
no,
hypersexual
no.
society.
When you get near the end, they don't.
Oh,
No,
it's full on. It's
it's
full on
full on.
phalluses. It's full on phalluses and vagines.
It's full on. Like we're talking like there's a large monster, and it took me a while at first. Like we're talking like it looks like a big like okay. There's a scrotum.
Oh my
There's a
god.
taint, and then there's there's the shaft, and then there's the head, the mushroom tip. Okay, and now this is a large monster. You're not fighting this monster. It's just a kind of like it's like a piece of furniture. It's like it's in the setting itself. And not only does this monster have a penis and a mushroom tip, it also has a foreskin. And the foreskin is very, very loose to the point
I am
where
way too immature for this conversation right now.
I'm the one saying this stuff. Like you're looking at it, and like the mushroom tip has a face, and it looks like a skull, and it's got like this kind of like low hanging skin on his chin, which indicates that okay, that must be the foreskin, but it's a very loose kind of flaccid foreskin. Now, um, you have to destroy this monster's taint and scrotum in order to advance. So you have basically it has these like kind of like projections that you have to like bust out of the cock and balls and taint, so to speak, in order to advance. And it is it's very painful. Like you get to the point where it's like you're ready to hit the button and you're like, oh man, this is gonna hurt. And then it's like you push the button and it's like this visceral, gory sound of just like, you know, imagine like something bursting out of your ball sack, like that's ugh.
Oh,
Anyway. So
I'm watching gameplay of this game. What in God's good fucking name did you play?
The announcement trailer was all I needed to see of this game.
yeah, so
Holy,
like
this game looks weird.
it is. Like I said, this game does not. So like halfway through the game, like a little bit through the game, you get something attached to the back of you, and
Is it a penis?
no, no, it's a face with a tail. Like that's it, and he's got arms. So apparently, what this monster does is he latches onto your back, and then he takes his hands and he literally sticks them in your stomach.
What in the
And like periodically throughout the game, the monster starts to tear into your stomach.
Oh my
And
god.
it's like
God.
it's pretty visceral. Like you look down and all of a sudden you see his hands like dig in and start to pull things out. It's just
Oh my
man.
god.
Yeah. So
Are you okay? So are you a human? Like, is that who you are in
well,
the game?
it's like you're a human. You're a human like person. Like you have fingers, and whatever. And it's like you're sticking your fingers into vaginas and you're like, opening doors like a lever or something like that. So it's like, yeah, your fingers kind of do this little thing where you kind of play with them as you stick them into the holes and stuff like that. Ye-
I'm so sorry.
No, I am full on immature as hell.
I am shocked you're keeping such a straight face through all of this, though.
You see
I
this acting? This is acting right here. This is acting. I'm giving you a
Okay,
show.
I just watched part of. Okay, the gameplay I just watched. Whoa.
So okay, here's
wait. Is any of the stuff you're seeing age restricted right now? Because I feel like it should be age restricted on YouTube.
it probably should be age restricted. Honestly, it should be. If there is a full on walkthrough of this game, YouTube needs to intervene in this shit. Anyway, so here's the so I'm gonna give you another example. So like you have weapons, right? You have like a shotgun, you have like kind of like a pistol,
Mhm.
and you end up like the one of the first weapons you get is like kind of like a like a kind of like a pneumatic hammer, right?
Mhm.
That has a mushroom tip on the end of it. Okay. So like we're talking like this is your weapon where it's like it basically just punches out, it like thrusts into your enemies. Now, one of the enemies that you will the one of the enemies that you will encounter is like kind of
Oh
like a
God!
worm.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Listen. Okay, it's a worm with a vagina for a mouth. Okay, now the mouth is shaped like a vagina. It's vertical, obviously, so it's hard to kind of not take yourself out of that. Now, if you take this pneumatic hammer, okay, that punches out like this, and you get really close to that monster, you can choke it. Basically, the vagina monster swallows the pneumatic hammer, you get stuck in the back of your throat and chokes on it, and then you just punch it in the face and then it dies.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
So basically you're choking monsters with your penis gun. And yeah.
Okay, the scene I just watched, I fully believe you,
Yeah.
Stoy. I just watched something.
Was that the
We
one where he's up against the wall? Where he's up against the Did you watch that scene? Is that the scene you're
and
talking
he's
about?
getting crucified, and
Yeah, okay.
something.
Die!
Yeah, that I
You
just
have to leave.
watched that, and
You
it
have to
was
leave.
just
Yes, it was.
What?
Because when I
oh
saw
man,
when I saw that happen, I was like,
man,
oh my god.
LeRon, I will send, Okay, here, I will send the
Oh
gameplay.
God!
I will tell you where to watch from. That's all I'm gonna do.
Oh my
God no!
god.
God no! Come on!
Listen, this game is
Come on,
on Game Pass.
y'all know how much I am not about gore. Come on, guys.
This game this particular scene is probably the goriest part of it. Like honestly, there's a lot of gory sequences in this game. They're very spread out, but yeah, it's pretty, man. It's something, dude. It's something. And honestly, I love it.
Send me the
Like
link.
it's
Send me the link.
it's so intriguing. Like it's just like it's a big mystery because there's no story, there's no objectives, there's no like text telling you where to go. There's no like what's your main objective? You're literally just moving forward. That's it. You're taking elevators, you're taking stairs, you're being transported with these weird cubes and stuff, and it's like there's literally nothing that's telling you where to go or what to do. Even when it gets to the end, you kind of like fill in the blanks for yourself, like and I mean, I suppose maybe I could talk about how I felt about the ending later. I could like maybe in the next episode or something, give people time to play it. I mean, it's
And
free. It's on Game Pass.
away we go. Oh, I know it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. So like, if you have Game Pass, play it. The combat is
Okay. Andre just sent me the link. 2 out. Hold on. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it on the show just in case.
the combat is frustrating. So a lot of people have been put off by that, and I was put off by it for a little bit because it's very clumsy. The shooting and the
Oh,
combat.
of course. Andre is telling me to go to like the most replayed section of the game of the
Oh yeah,
video.
of course, of course. But
The
yeah,
guys,
okay.
if you could if you guys could who are listening to the audio version could see my face right now. Oh my god. Oh, I'm not even at the good part yet. Oh.
The silence is killing me here.
Yeah. Oh no. What in the hell?
Are you watching it with audio?
Not really. I mean, I can hear it in my headphones.
Because you got to hear the fuck.
Wait. Hold on.
I got to see if you're literally watching the same thing.
Sorry, my daughter.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that? What is this statue thing? What is this? Oh no.
Is that the part that you were talking about, Stoy?
Yeah, that was the part I was talking about. Yeah.
Shit gets weird.
Yeah. It gets really weird.
Oh fuck no. And there's a drill. What the? Why are they carving a skull? What is going on? Oh my god! Just took the top of his skull off and just dropped the top of his skull off like it was like.
Brother, this game is
Yeah.
all kinds of twisted.
The fuck? No.
Yep. Hey man, I mean, I'm saying it's.
I hate you guys.
I honestly feel bad that you didn't get to experience that in a gameplay, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of other like kind of stuff that's in this game, but that definitely took the cake. And if you're out there in listener land that is just like kind of dumbfounded over what the hell it is we're talking about, play this game. Oh
my god, I don't even know if I could even put that in the edit, like the actual play part of that. I don't know if I could do that.
No, I wouldn't. No,
I don't want to get aged.
I feel bad for anyone that just popped in when Stoy was like, "Yeah, so the penis gun," and they're probably like, "What the fuck is this gun?"
Yeah, you could choke a monster. You could choke a monster with your penis gun. You basically shove the shaft all the way down its throat, and then it chokes on it.
Like when this goes live, they're gonna hear that and be like, "Hold on."
You know what? No, the video version of this is gonna be a bitch to edit because I think this is probably the first. This is finally gonna be the first episode where I actually have to censor the words. So every time Stoy's talking like beep beep and you didn't beep.
No,
beep,
come on. It's just penises. It's just penis. I'm just talking about penises, mushroom tips, foreskin, like.
No, you do not have to beep anything. People nowadays talk about worse things. I had a kid in my complex like last month that my fiance told me she came home and there was a boy on the playground, and this boy is in like fucking grade 3 or like 4, and he was yelling, "I am a rapist and I like kids," on the playground.
Oh.
This kid's like 10, okay? We can say penis all we want if homie's yelling that on the playground, okay? I hate kids. I fucking hate kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't mean to bring it up, but like, if you're afraid of like not having that, there are worse things out there in the world.
Is there?
Oh, that saw blade. That saw blade gets me.
That saw, no, dude, no. Okay, for me, it was when he was like crucified, and then the machine latches on to his penis. That got me.
Stop. Anyway,
that got me.
Let's move on because that's all I want to say about that.
You know what? I have nothing for tonight. Like you know what? I'm not even gonna mention that. I'm not even gonna mention that I haven't really done anything in Monster Hunter either. I have nothing for you guys. Like
did I set the bar too high?
You definitely set the bar way too high.
I'm sorry because I don't even want to talk about the other game I played. Honestly, like I was like, yeah, I played Plague Tale Requiem. Yeah, I played Asterigos. Yeah, I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but like Scorn. Let's talk about Scorn. And let's talk about penis guns.
Okay.
And walking through vagina hallways.
Okay, I have one more question.
Yes.
That's it. How did you find this game? No.
Oh,
Bro.
How'd you find
It
this?
wasn't what it wasn't. It was in the Xbox showcase that I was on with
Yeah.
you guys on the EXP cast.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
And
we
okay,
were-
wow.
this game's was supposed to come out last year, but it got delayed because they wanted to push it for next gen hardware. Like they wanted to really focus on it being able to run on the Series X. And
Yeah.
Okay.
so
That's
and
fine.
actually this game is made by my brothers, made by my Serbian. It's a Serbian development team. So it's I gotta support my brothers. So
Y'all, you fucked up ass. Let me stop. But anyway, no, like we saw, like I was in the EXP cast for the showcase, and
Yep.
and all three of us, me, Pat, Stoy, we were like, "What in the HR Giger is going on right now?"
And I basically bookmarked that game, and I was like, "Yeah, that's day one purchase for me." And of course, naturally, they announced it coming out for Game Pass, so I was like, "Even fucking better."
Oh
But
yeah,
I will,
yeah.
if this game comes out with a physical copy, I'm buying the shit out of it. So
So because you gotta support your developers.
yeah, exactly. Because I would have paid money for this, honestly. So
Well, there you have it.
and anyways, penis,
All right. Well, that's everything we've been playing this week.
vaginas,
So you,
clitorises. There's a lot of clitorises in this game. I'm giving you so many things to edit out. I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
no, I'm taking I'm taking a
Floppy
word out.
foreskin. Floppy foreskin.
I'm,
Wait till you
I'm
guys
taking
get to the floppy foreskin monster.
I'm taking it straight from Andre's playbook. I'm not editing nothing.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Nothing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna go ahead and move on and get the party really started now. I don't know how the party wasn't going, but yeah, whatever. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the notable games coming out to PlayStation, PC, and Xbox this week, the week of the 17th of October to the 23rd of October. Okay, so Andre, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go ahead and talk about the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days worth of games coming out. This is a big week of gaming, by the way.
There's a lot of
Like,
fucking games here.
All I have to say is like, holy AAA titles, Batman.
Stoy, you want to help me with this?
Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, we can all pitch in. We can all pitch in here.
Okay. So,
Well,
I'll go.
You take October 17th.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead.
I want the 19th. I want the 19th.
Okay, I'll take the 20th, obviously.
Cool, and then I'll take 21. Awesome. So, October 17th, we have 4 games. Flat Eye, it's a simulation. It's basically a resource management sim with an emphasis on story and narrative choices. You oversee the world's leading tech. Will you explore stories linked to discoverable tech as well, and you can interact with loyal customers. Is that okay if I kind of narrow them down, or
Yeah.
yeah?
I mean,
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's you roll with it. You do what you got to do.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Potion mix.
Potionomics.
Potionomics.
Like economics is set with potions.
Okay. Potionomics is an RPG. It's a game about the business of brewing and selling magical potions. So you're a witch. That's basically it. A penniless young witch. There you go. I didn't even see that. I just decided to just say that. Must save her shop from the clutches of a debt collector. This sounds hilarious.
I'm already confused. Like how is she worried about a debt collector if she does magical potions?
Yeah, can't she just make a potion that makes her rich?
Gets rid of the debt collector?
Yeah, but she can't do it alone with the help of a few fellow merchants and adventurers and an owl, because no witch is a witch with an owl. She must master the art of potion brewing. After using magical ingredients to brew up a bevy of potent wares, the budgeting entrepreneur will wheel and deal to make sales with a colorful cast of fickle customers. Excuse me. Along the way, she'll encounter classic RPG creatures and heroes of all sizes. Sprinkle in some magic, and players are in for a fantastic adventure like none before. So you're a witch in debt. There you go. You're a witch in debt, and she can't do it alone. That's basically it. Terror of Hermos Hermosaurus. A retro city smash him with a satisfying destructive physics. Plays a giant monster unleashing terror upon mankind. The Shadow Government Simulator. Strategy simulator for the PC. I'm sorry. All these games are for the PC. I should have said that. I'm sorry. I completely forgot.
Now, real quickly though, Hermosaurus. Now, if anyone remembers the old school Rampage games, this is right up your alley because
I was just about
you're basically a
looked-
2D sprite version of an old and there's more than one because like Hermosaurus is the main one. This is like it looks like some big crocodile looking dinosaur and stuff, but you've got other creatures that can go through smash cities and wreak havoc and stuff like that. It looks like it's really fun. All right, so I don't think anyone claimed the 18th, so I'll do the 18th and the 19th. All right, so first up on the 18th,
I claimed the 19th. Or I could do the 19th.
No,
Actually,
I
let me do the
19th. You said
I'll do the 20th and the 21st. How about that?
Okay. All right. So 18th of October, we have A Plague Tale Requiem, which Stoy just talked about a little while ago, for coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and the PC. In this game, you embark on a
gen baby.
Yep, exactly. In Plague Tale Requiem, you embark on a heart-rending journey into a brutal, breathtaking world and discover the cost of saving those you love in a desperate struggle for survival. Strike from the shadows or unleash hell with a variety of weapons, tools, and unearthly powers. Next up, you have Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, which is the action title for PlayStation, Xbox Family, and PC. In Spirits Unleashed, you are a Ghostbuster who you get to join up with other Ghostbusters to chase and trap ghosts in museums, prisons, hotels, and more, and capture the ghosts before they can fully haunt the areas. Or there's a ghost mode where, as a ghost, you can hide, sneak, surprise, scare, and of course, slime the Ghostbusters and civilians until everything is gone completely spooky. Use trickery and deception and ectoplasm to gain the upper hand and drive the Ghostbusters out. Next up, we have Them's Fighting Herds, which is a 2D fighter game for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You guys remember that game? That was actually, if I'm not mistaken, that was announced a long time ago, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
So.
I remember talking about it.
Yeah, this game has come up before in conversation, but I guess it never just got because it just shows it's officially releasing today for the for all platforms. Next up is Nitro Kid, which is a roguelike deck builder. That's right, you heard it right.
It's like My Little Pony. It's like a My Little Pony fighting game. I don't know if you watch trailers for it, but yeah,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And next up is Kovacs Pitch, which is a rhythm game for the Xbox family of consoles. Here's the cool thing about this game. Kovacs Pitch is a rhythm-based baseball game.
It looks cool, actually.
It has some depth. It comes with a wholesome story and a memorable post-punk music soundtrack. The aim of the game is to swap between two lines in order to successfully hit balls with a baseball bat and experience that 2D, the 2.5D effect. It has a story mode with story-related events and challenges, and a free play mode to simply enjoy the game. And don't forget, for you Total War Warhammer 3 enthusiasts out there, patch 2.2.0 is live right now on the PC. All right, 19th of October. Finally, the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection finally hits for the PC. Like, what is this like? I don't know how many months late it is. It was supposed to have been out like what, in June? Wasn't that the first date for it?
Beats me, kid.
All right, in this remastered bundle, you have Uncharted 4: Thief's End, featuring Nathan Drake as he hunts for Captain Avery's long-lost treasure, setting off for a far-flung adventure across jungles of Madagascar to the long-lost pirate colony of Libertalia. This game also includes Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which chronicles Chloe Fraser's breakout exploits as she moves from frenemy to hero. And of course, you cannot forget about Nadine, my girl, who beat Drake's ass in that damn library
a couple times.
I can't forget that. Chloe and Nadine go on ventures throughout the India's Western Ghats to locate the golden tusk of Ganesh. Also, you have The Last Hero of Nostalgia, which is an adventure game for the Xbox family of consoles and PC. And then you've got of Blades and Tales, which, listen to me closely, guys. This is a furry RPG,
100%.
playable on the PC.
Did you ever see the Furry Wars video series of Oni cartoons?
No.
For Flash
No,
Gits, I think. Flash Gits. It's
do I need-
really good.
do-
It's like literally like Warhammer meets like Warhammer soldiers are invading a furry planet. It's good. It's good. You're gonna have to watch it.
And lastly, for the 19th of October, we have Numo Capsula, which is an adventure game for PlayStation, for the PlayStation and Xbox family of consoles. In Numo Capsula, you will solve puzzles to deliver mail in a utopian atom punk world. I don't know what that means, but yeah, whatever. Numo Capsula is a casual adventure game. You'll travel to an alternate utopian atom punk world. Okay, I gotta look this up later. As a small trolley delivering the mail. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to leave it up to you guys' imagination. Stoy, you're up.
All right, we got Batara Lost Haven. Basically, it's the physical and mental balance of a naive and reckless girl who's lost everything and is the only weapon to save the Earth from oblivion. Jump on a journey across colorful and mesmerizing planets in this fast-paced action adventure where conscience will carry the weight of your decisions. And this is an RPG. Ooh. Story.
It actually looks very good.
Yeah. Park Story, which is an indie game, basically going to be on Xbox and PC. Then you got Tempest Level Escape Adventure. That's going to be on the Xbox series of consoles. And then we got Phantom Abyss, which is a massive asynchronous multiplayer game, and I'm out, that casts players into procedurally generated temples, and I'm out, that tasks them with retrieving the sacred relics hidden within deadly chambers. Now, basically what this is 2 parts game I will never touch, but it's basically like if Indiana Jones was a procedurally generated run and gun.
Temple run game.
Yeah. Temple run game, yeah. So it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. I suppose there's an audience for this.
No, the video makes it look really cool though. I mean, it's from our boys at Devolver Digital.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing. This game has NFTs in it.
No thanks.
So, literally, you're collecting. See, so like if you're playing a multiplayer match, and you know, obviously everyone's trying to compete for the same treasure. That treasure that you obtained is literally unique to you, and no one else has it. So it's basically a fucking NFT that you're going after.
Wow.
I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Out 100%.
Yep, you had me up until that point.
They don't call it an NFT, but it's pretty much an NFT.
Yeah.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, gas station simulator.
Boom.
Buy an abandoned gas station in the middle of the desert and then restore it to its full glory. Renovate, upgrade, and expand upon the offered services to keep up with your clients' demands. Now, you have to basically, it's basically like almost like car mechanic. Hang on. It's basically car mechanic where you have to like fix up cars. You have to like pump gas into cars as they come through. And the more efficient you are, the better, chances you get of actually getting more money and upgrading. More people coming. You get tour buses full of people coming in, and then you got to like kind of deal with them because sometimes they could be assholes. It's just all about, the dream, living the dream of running a gas station in the middle of the desert.
Stoy's been waiting his whole life for this game.
Stoy has
My whole life.
Yeah, whole life. So, October 21st, we got 5 games. Stoy, in honor of this being one of your favorite game / comic book people, do you want to read this one?
Yeah. So JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party. You're invited to JoJo Siwa's Worldwide Party. Play through the rhythmic world of JoJo Siwa as she travels around her fantasy lands in the single-player amazing pop star adventure runner. So lace up your high-top shoes and run through JoJo's world, listening along to her biggest hits, included Dream, Bop, and Kid in a Candy Store. Can you match the rhythm at every performance and make the crowd go wild? Help JoJo make it on stage in time for her worldwide party. Run, jump, and ride awesome vehicles, including spaceships, jet skis, and even a roller coaster cart to get JoJo to the party just in time.
Guys, you have no idea how excited Stoy was to read that.
I mean, I hope they heard it in the
this
tone
was-
of my voice.
This was completely unrehearsed.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm reading the description. So collect all the items you need for an unforgettable party, including glitter and, of course, bows to progress through the levels. Find gift boxes on each level to unlock dress-up outfits that you'll recognize from JoJo's tour and wardrobe. You'll recognize them, that's for sure. Explore all this in 10 brand new lands straight from JoJo's imagination, including the sweet, sweet Candy Land, the Possum Bow Bow Land with JoJo's best pup pal, Rainbow Land, and many more.
Okay.
You know what's so sad about this though? Like, it looks like a really simple game, but I have a funny feeling it's addictive as fuck when you start playing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily.
So apparently, JoJo Siwa, I had to look this up. JoJo Siwa, she's a very famous international pop star, for kids, whatever. And they
she's
called
an influencer.
So yeah, like how the Taylor Swift fans are like Swifties.
Yeah.
So they call them C1nators.
C1A.
All
Oh
right,
no.
okay.
C1nators.
Oh, no. Next
So if you're a
game,
fan,
please.
okay.
Yeah, well, you can see while you're way out of here.
Oh.
No, shut it down. Now I'm gonna wait for my
Gotham
Twitter to
Knights, PlayStation 5, Series X, and PC. Batman is dead. A new expansive criminal underworld has swept the streets of Gotham City. It is now up to the Bat family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham, bring hope to its citizens, discipline to its cops, and fear to its criminals. From solving mysteries that connect the darkest chapters in the city's history to defeating notorious villains in epic confrontations.
Is Batman actually dead? Like in this game?
Yes, Batman's dead.
It's a different continuity. It's not the Arkham continuity.
Who killed him?
Well, technically, at the end of Arkham Knight, Batman dies in the secret ending.
Technically, he does. Yeah.
If you get the secret ending, technically Batman dies.
Okay.
But I think the developers said this isn't connected to the Arkham universe. So
yeah, that's what
Do they say how he dies in this game?
no, I all of a sudden I think the only thing that we saw in the trailer was literally like the kind of like the message. Yeah. Basically, hey, this is Batman. You guys can like take care of Gotham for me, right?
Hey, Batman's dead.
I'm dead. Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm super looking forward to that. This one is basically my most anticipated game this year. So
Can I guess who you're gonna play as?
fuck yeah, you can.
Nightwing.
Red Hood.
I knew it was Red Hood.
Wait. He was on the show last week wearing a Nightwing shirt though.
Yeah, and I was wearing a Red Hood shirt once, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So no, but like LeRon, you're correct. And I asked him, and we both gogged over Red Hood. But for some reason, I had a feeling that like you would kind of like underdog it and go with Nightwing a bit.
Honestly, Nightwing looks more fun to play because Red Hood is kind of like a bulky dude. He doesn't move as fast as Nightwing. So I'm probably going to have a lot more fun playing as Nightwing because of his acrobatics.
Yeah, Dick. Well, I mean, like Dick's a circus boy, right? So
yeah, he's a circus boy.
Yeah, so he freaking flips and twirls and everything. So
I have a hot take.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
I've always felt like Nightwing was the better Batman.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always felt that way. It's because like Bruce Wayne is like he's like 1 degree off from being the people that he protect Gotham City from. He's
like
1 degree off.
Batman.
Well, I mean, we can have an extended conversation.
Okay,
yeah.
bonus show.
Yeah,
well,
we can have an extended conversation of how Batman is actually traumatizing these kids instead of actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's why Dick Grayson kind of took what Bruce Wayne did to him and tried to turn it into a positive spin, and obviously working with the Titans, the Teen Titans, and then obviously taking up the mantle as Batman. So
yeah.
Anywho, Persona 5 Royale. Go ahead.
Royale.
I was just about to say I'm surprised they don't have Damien as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of
watch he be DLC.
I can see that.
I am actually surprised why they just chose Tim. I think it was Tim Drake, right?
Yeah.
He's the one. Yeah, he's the Robin. Yeah.
Well, wait. In the comic books, doesn't Tim Drake mean an unfortunate end in the comics? Well,
That's
in
Jason
one,
Todd.
no, well, I know
Oh.
Jason Todd. I know Jason Todd for real, because there's more Robins than what we've seen. Because there was a female Robin, right?
There's
There's
Stephanie.
2. No, is there 3? There's
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim
Dick.
Drake, and Damian Wayne, and then Stephanie is the 5th one. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Is there Kelly too?
Tim Drake and Damian are under the Red Robin moniker, whereas Jason and Dick were just Robin.
Yep.
Well, Dick was Boy Wonder, and Jason was just Robin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really
and
violent
then
Robin.
and then Tim wasn't Tim the first Red Robin?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then Damien's just his son.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so besides that, that's a separate conversation that we might do. Stay tuned. Persona 5 Royale, aka the Super Smash Bros. Of Persona. That's
really, honestly.
Yeah, so prepare for an all-new RPG experience in Persona 5 Royale based in the universe of the award-winning series Persona. Don the mask of the Joker and fight Batman. I'm just kidding. Don the mask of Joker and the man from Thieves of Heart. Break free from
this.
Yeah,
right. That's why I was like, go for it.
break free from the chains of modern society and stage your own heist, infiltrate the minds of the corrupt, and make them change their ways. Persona 5 Royale is packed with new characters, confidants, story depth, new locations to explore, and a new grappling hook mechanic for stealthy abilities in the multiverse in your daily life. Persona 5 Royale. I feel like I just skipped the whole sentence.
Don't
Persona
worry
5 Royale presents a unique visual style and award-nominated composer Shoji Meguro. I'm sorry
come on, you weeaboo, you got this.
Shoji Meguro. Returns with an all-new soundtrack. Explore Tokyo. Explore new personas. Customize your own personal theme set. Discover a never-before-seen story arc, cutscenes, alternate ending, and more.
Alternate endings for a 100-hour video game. You can get the fuck out of here with this.
That is Persona 5 Royale RPG, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Stoy is looking forward to this more than Gotham Knights. You heard it here.
No lies. Stop
all
spreading lies. I'm gonna start getting
lies.
weebs coming in my chat like, well, I didn't know you were the Persona 5 fan.
Also on the 21st of October, we have new Tales from the Borderlands. The upcoming adventure game for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In New Tales from the Borderlands, you take a stand against ruthless corporate overlords in this narrative-driven adventure. That's right. It's a different formula, but it's a not so unfamiliar formula, if you know what I mean. Within the perpetually war-torn metropolis of Promethea, you control Anu, Octavio, and Fran on the worst day of their lives. Help these 3 lovable losers as they endeavor to change the world and maybe even save it. You'll also face down a planetary invasion, vicious vault monsters, cold-hearted capitalists in a cinematic thrill ride where what happens next is up to you. Meet a motley cast full of outfits, assassin bots, and talking guns in this race up to the top. It's time to fight back against exploitation and corporate greed. It's time to make mayhem your business. Wow, it's almost like they stole that slogan from Saints Row.
I mean,
so is this like a spin-off?
Yeah.
This is a have you ever played the original Tales of the Borderlands that Telltale Games made? That's basically what it is.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a narrative adventure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then.
And speaking of narrative adventures, lastly, we have Love Shore, which is a visual novel coming to the Xbox and PC.
You're a fucking visual novel.
I know, right? I know.
Other than that, that is this week featured over 23. This is a huge week for gaming. Huge.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. This is a stacked week. I mean, like if we look at New Tales from Borderlands, Persona 5 Royal, Gotham Knights, Uncharted Lost Legacy,
JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party,
Plague Tale,
JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party.
We have at least 5 AAA titles right
And
there.
one
And
more.
we have JoJo
JoJo
Siwa
Worldwide
Party.
Let's
Whoop, whoop.
fucking go.
Let's go.
All right. The complete list of upcoming games for PlayStation, PC, and Xbox can be found over at our website. So hit up bossrush.net to look for the weekly notable games section every week. And also, do not forget all release dates are subject to change. So please be aware of that. Not everything that we tell you is always true. We
And
try our
on
best.
that list, you can find JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party.
What
And
we could
Gatsby
tell you is
Simulator.
that's going to be a banger of a title. That is not a lie.
That's the cold hard truth.
Yep.
We love you, JoJo. Anyway, PlayStation Plus October drop. Siwas. PlayStation Plus October drop and Xbox Game Pass final batch for October is also big. LeRon, take it away.
True. All right. So first up, for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium drop for October, Sony has added 23 new PS Plus titles to the lineup, and these games accompany the trio of games that are already out for Essential. Which, if you might have forgotten, those games were Hot Wheels Unleashed for PS5 and PS4, Injustice 2 for PS4, and Super Hot for PS4. We talked about them 2 weeks ago on our last show. So remember, you can find a list of all all these titles just by heading over to PlayStation blog or just looking up our website, bossrush.net. You'll see it all. So your lineup for PlayStation Plus goes like this.
I just want to say this first game is probably a callback and a half. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's the definitive edition of the game, which like people are hating on.
Why?
Because they remastered the mobile version.
Yes.
They basically ported the mobile version over to systems.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
problematic.
Rockstar.
It's GTA Vice City. How do you hate on GTA Vice City though?
Because it ran like trash. It ran like trash.
Yep. So we've got GTA Vice City Definitive Edition for PS5 and PS4. Now we have a whole bunch of Assassin's Creed titles. So just listen along here. We've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey for PS4. We've got the Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, India, and Russia for PS4 as well. We've also got Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered for PS4 and Assassin's Creed Syndicate for PS4. Whew. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft loves you guys. But we have the Medium, the PS5 version, now available on PlayStation Plus Extra. Guys, this is the one you want to play. I know you probably played the Xbox, the Game Pass version. You probably played the PC version. You want to play the Medium for PS5. Why? Because your DualSense controller will be your best fucking friend when you play this game. Let me tell you. Like, there's none but features. So head there, download it now. It might as well be the October pick. Might as well. All right. Also, honestly, we've got...
the game does run pretty amazing on PS5.
It does. It almost feels like the game was built for PS5, but Microsoft threw that money to get it first.
Yep.
All right. For all you Dragon Quest fans out there, there's also a big drop of Dragon Quest games coming in. We've got Dragon Quest Builders and Builders 2 for PS4. We've also got Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe, and The Blight Below. God. Really, guys? Y'all really had to throw that many words into a subtitle? Thank you. That's also on the PS4. Dragon Quest 2 Heroes for PS4, and the big one, Dragon Quest 9S. I don't know what the S stands for, but it's Dragon Quest 9S Echoes of an Elusive Age for PS4. Check it out. Now, this game won a lot of freaking awards. It won Game of the Year from the Game Awards a few years back. Check out Inside, the indie game where basically you are a young kid trying to escape from a terrible dystopian nightmare. That's all I'm going to say about that. Remember Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker? It was one of the PlayStation Plus Essential titles a few months ago. Well, now
that title is actually real. I thought you said Naruto Boruto, and I was like, that's a fake title. You're making shit up. But yeah, that's the real title.
Naruto
honestly,
to Boruto.
It's Naruto to Boruto. When you say it fast, it's like what?
Yeah, it sounds like word salad when you say it too fast.
Whatever, you fucking nerds.
Yeah, well, that game's available now for all subscribers to PlayStation Plus Extra. So if you missed it the last time, you now get a chance to get it again. So there you go. Also, there's Hohokum for PS4. It's a really zany looking... I don't even know how to describe it.
Zany? You just did.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know what else to put to it though. It's a really colorful game. I don't know if you like games like Loco Roco and Katamari Damacy, this is right up your alley. All right.
Also, I just want to say, if anyone wants to get their cheeks clapped in Naruto, come find me.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say.
Wow, that was an interesting choice of words there.
I know. I was about to say, are we going back to Scorn? What's happening here?
That's why I thought, like, if you guys want to get your cheeks clapped, go play Scorn right now.
I mean, it's still shit.
I might take you up on that whole Naruto thing though. Like,
Hey, listen. You wanna you
wish to do combat? Okay.
you chose death this day, my friend.
All right. And for subscribers of PlayStation Plus Premium, you have 3 more Yakuza titles hitting, which I think rounds out all the Yakuza games now that PlayStation promised we were getting. You've got Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 remastered for the PS4 versions, as well as Ultra Street Fighter 4 for the PS4. That's the one that has the full roster of 44 characters. So you're welcome. There you go. All right. We've got the PS3 version of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Please note, any PS3 games means that it is not a downloadable game. You have to stream it. So just be aware of that. But also, we have Limbo for PS4, which is a follow-up to the team from Inside. So check that out, as well as the PS3
Other
game,
way around.
Wait. Limbo came out first? That's right.
First.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Limbo did come out first. I'm sorry.
Give me your video game card.
I'm not the best with indies, so you can have it.
Okay.
You're not the best in general.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, why are you so mean?
That's
Why are you
harsh.
so mean? All right, when do you guys talk about Xbox? Well, I go cry.
Xbox. You got this is all coming out for Game Pass. Wow, this is a good list. So, interestingly enough, I think what's leaving the PlayStation subscription is Soma and a couple other like scary spooky games, and like Xbox Game Pass is like I got
picking
you, dog.
them up.
I got you, dog. I got you, dog. So not only do you got Scorn coming out for Game Pass this last week, you also got the Amnesia games, Amnesia Collection and Amnesia Rebirth, and then you also got new day one title Phantom Abyss. And PlayStation just got rid of Soma, but Xbox has you. Xbox is gonna take care of you. Soma's coming out.
Over here at Xbox, we take care of you.
We care. We care. That's what the X stands for. Care.
We care because we scare.
October 21st, you got Persona 5 Royale. And then October 27th, the banger, Frog Detective, the entire
JoJo seat. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I wish. Oh my God, I wish.
Don't you go there.
I wish. Gunfire Reborn and Signalis. And don't forget JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party coming out October 21st.
Now I gotta say, I have to say this. Microsoft did a damn thing with this drop of games coming out between the 20th and the 27th of October. That's a damn good drop. I gotta say it. Like PlayStation isn't really slacking either, though. I mean, it should be noted that the Assassin's Creed India. The Assassin's Creed Chronicles title, so India, Russia, and
China.
Yeah, China. There we go. And Syndicate will only be playable on PS4. There is a problem right now of a compatibility issue with backwards compatibility for PS5. Ubisoft swears they are fixing it.
Sure, they're gonna get right on it.
All right. And Dragon Quest 9S is the essential, no pun intended there, is the essential title if you're a fan of JRPGs. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is definitely taking that bump with 60 frames per second and PS5 backwards compatibility. Trust me, that whole 60 frames per second thing, that's going to be the theme for later on tonight. Just stick with us.
Okay, so topic. So are we on the other topic now? The controller
stuff.
Yeah.
As a matter of
So if you already are stressing about shit for January 2023 with games, let me throw this in your face. The fucking goddamn DualSense Edge controller is set for January 2023. All right, this sumbitch is $200. Okay, and I checked. It's also that in Canada as well. Okay.
Wait, it's the same exact price?
Same exact price in Canada.
Oh, it's wait. It's almost like inflation and exchange rates don't matter.
No, it's crazy. I know.
Crazy.
So I checked. It's $200. Okay.
Okay.
So the customizable controller will launch globally on January 26, 2023, with a recommended retail price of $199.99 USD. And you get a replaceable stick module for the controller released on the same date for $20 USD. USD. I don't know if that'll be the same as Canada. You can do your research. Noted in the
that'd probably be where Canada gets that exchange rate there.
Yeah, when don't we? In the US, UK.
Now, I just want to break in real quickly though. Like, isn't it nice that someone has a solution that's easily attainable for joystick drift?
Yeah, because I had that
Nintendo.
problem with my Switch. Yeah, there it is. I had that problem with my Switch.
How are you guys going to make a new system and upgrade and not fix the Joy-Con drift?
Right?
Because you know what? Nintendo knows you'll buy that shit anyway.
Well, no, it's because they use the same exact Joy-Cons. So they're like, oh,
of course they do.
We don't have to put research and development into fixing the Joy-Cons when you'll just buy these anyway.
Yeah, fuck you. Right? That's basically Nintendo like shoving you the middle finger in your face and saying, "Fuck you, you're gonna buy this anyway."
Yeah, you cry about it, you're still gonna buy it. So noted in the U.S., UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, the DualSense Edge wireless controller and
you can just call it the Edge. You can just call it the Edge controller.
Edge, okay, cool. Will be available for pre-order through PlayStation Direct beginning October 25th. They will be available to purchase at other participating retailers starting on February 2023. So, in this sumbitch, you get the controller, you get the USB braided braided cable, because F anything else but a braided cable. You get two standard caps, 2 high dome caps, 2 low dome caps, 2 half dome back buttons. It's a lot of fucking buttons on this thing. 2 lever back buttons, a connector housing, and a sporty carrying case for when you want to go to your buddy's house and clap cheeks.
This ain't worth $200.
Amen. Unless you collect controllers, I wouldn't buy this.
Honestly,
unless you want to crank 90s and sip G Fuel, then buy it.
I'm gonna buy it.
Listen, you also play Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Listen,
it's the first pro controller that Sony has ever brought out. It's the first one.
And this has yet to be corroborated. If they fix the damn battery life, then it'll be worth the $200.
Hold on. These things have like 5-hour battery life.
5 hour. You know how much an Xbox battery has? Even just the standard third party, like a hell of a lot more than 5 hours. That's for sure.
Well,
hell of a lot more.
This thing has. Oh, you want to know why? It's because
the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch, 30 hours for their damn pro controllers.
Oh, see,
you got to at least give it to Nintendo for that. I charge my Nintendo Switch controller like once a year.
With all the features and functionality they cram into this thing, I understand why it's 5 hours. Okay, we're not going to argue.
Roughly 40 hours for the Xbox controller. I just Googled it.
Wow.
That's a fucking work week. Wow. Right there, boys.
Y'all gonna get off me. You know what? You guys are right about something. Like it takes me forever to think about charging my Xbox controller. It does.
Yeah. So apparently, according to the DualSense controller can last about 12 hours. I don't agree with that. It feels like I gotta like charge it quite often.
See, I really don't know, because like when I'm not playing, I put it on the charger because I have the first party charging dock.
Nintendo Switch offers up to 40 hours. The Pro controller. Damn.
There ain't shit to its controller though.
Yeah, but still. Anyway, moving on.
It's a glorified Xbox 360 controller. We know this.
But it works. Anyway,
sure. I'm not complaining. I'm not talking shit about it. I'm just saying,
It's too much. It's too much.
All right, I'm sorry if I'm wearing my PlayStation shill hat right now. I'm sorry, but
Oh no, that's fine.
But I am going to spend $200 for this controller because that controller is fucking badass.
And I will judge you, but I still love you. It's simple.
I respect your decision.
I don't judge you up there in Canada, Andre.
Oh,
What's he doing in Canada?
Listen, Corey. Okay,
Going to Tim Hortons every morning and
I
drinking
tried
maple
not
syrup out of a can. I mean, what's he? Leave him alone.
Hey, listen. Just because I ride my polar bear to Tim Hortons and fucking buy some maple syrup in a can does not mean I'm Canadian, okay? But it does mean I'm Canadian if I do that, then go home and watch hockey because then I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
All right, the final word here is all we gotta say is the price tag definitely means that it is noticeably more expensive than the other controllers like Xbox Elite Series S, Series 2 controller, which I think right now sells for like $130.
Say that $2 times faster.
But please take note of something here because the original Xbox Pro controller that came out for the Xbox One MSRP'd at $180. So this isn't that much more expensive.
I mean, I will say it looks cool. I'll give her that.
Yeah. It was badass. It was badass.
I'm happy for you. All
right, guys. We can go ahead and move on.
Do we want to talk about the Microsoft thing or just jump right into
No, because we're gonna go straight to the God of War bundle because it's all this is PlayStation Hour.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay, I'm dumb. Anyway, aside from that controller, we have a bundle that I personally think that it is not really. I mean, like, cool, but it's
I was about to jump all over you because I was about to say if you're gonna talk shit to me for buying a $200 controller and you're about to jump up and down for this damn PS5 bundle,
isn't this literally just the PS5 coming with God of War?
Basically.
Yeah. Then I mean, like, it's. Listen, if you have a PS5,
I saw what you did there, Stoy. I saw what you did there.
I mean,
if you have a PS5, this is all I'm gonna say. If you have a PS5, you sell your PS5 to get this bundle. Why? It's all I'm gonna say. Why? Okay, why?
You know, I'm surprised they didn't like add at least like different like
the plate.
Give it like an emblem or something.
Plates, yeah, something like that. Because
right,
like, the God of War bundle for the
PlayStation
4, the God of War bundle for the PlayStation 4 was sick as shit. Like,
why
would they do this with the PS5?
It was like the best looking PlayStation 4 out there.
Yeah.
And
it's very expensive, I think, if you try to buy it.
All right, so if you guys don't know what we're talking about right now, like Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced a new God of War Ragnarok PlayStation 5 hardware bundle that is set to launch alongside the game's release. Now, like we've been trying to say a couple of seconds ago here, it is just a PS5 console, the straight white console with no special controller and just a copy of God of War. And we don't even know if it's a disc version of God of War or if it's a digital download. So
hard L. I'm sorry, hard L.
Yeah.
Hard L.
Yeah.
But listen, at the end of the day, what we're about to talk about is huge. And I will let my co-host Stoy lead this one because there is no one more excited about this than him. Go on, Stoy.
Are we actually done with the God of War thing? Where are we?
The only
it
thing,
is what it is.
Yeah, the only other thing I'll just say is that for people who are wondering, like it is the $500 version of the PlayStation. So yeah, it's a disc version of the PlayStation. Because I think they're slowing down production of the discless version. I can't say that with a straight face either.
Discless.
Yeah. So just take notes here because like even though God of War Ragnarok is coming out for PS5 and PS4, the fact that they're throwing this in on the PlayStation 5 so lets you know like where Sony's is hedging all its bets at.
Yeah, like if you have a PS5, stare at that and then just imagine God of War right beside. That's basically what the bundle is.
Damn, Andre is on a roll tonight, dude.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Who let you out of your cage tonight, man? What's going on?
No one can see me, so now I'm just like I'm here.
Unhinged. Yeah.
I'm
he doesn't have stage fright right now.
Exactly. I'm here. I'm sipping a Ghost energy drink. I'm here.
Yeah.
We're in it.
So can I talk about my thing now?
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, we're all here for one thing only. Stoy, I'll let you take it.
You all laughed at me. You all were laughing at me this whole time. For the last year, you guys were just like, look at this little piece of shit.
Sorry.
He's like wishing like
Jesus.
something for it to happen, and like it's not gonna happen. Like
I
you guys were probably talking about me behind my back. They were like,
Andre,
I don't think Stoy's okay.
Andre, please tell me you didn't order the clown makeup kit for him yet. Please tell me you didn't order that yet.
I know you did. I know you all did. I know you all did. And you know what?
Listen, if you guys thought he was excited for JoJo, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
Let me tell you, because it's fucking happening. I didn't believe it. David Lasby from the Boss Rush team tagged me in a post. He's like, "Hey, you should check this tweet out." And I was like, "Nah, I don't believe that bullshit." But it came from Silent Hill official Twitter, came from Konami directly, came from all Silent Hill official social media pages. It's fucking real. There's a Silent Hill showcase. Stop. There's a Silent Hill showcase happening on Wednesday, October 19th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So by the time you're listening to this, it's already have happened. And I'm either going to be extremely disappointed or extremely excited.
We need to have a special show just for Stoy's reactions. But you know, the fact that
look at the link I just sent.
Yeah, the fact that the main composer of the Silent Hill series, Akira Yamaoka, put something out there, I got to believe this one. I have to believe this one.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I've been putting on the cloud. I've seen that meme before hundreds of times over. I literally in the writing chat, like every time there's always like Konami's gonna announce something. I put on my clown makeup and I'm like, maybe it's gonna be Silent Hill. Maybe it's gonna be Silent Hill. Nope. And then it's not. And then I move on with my life.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine like when because like we don't always see Konami's logo and emblem at the shows, but can you imagine the nerd boner like Stoy gets whenever the Konami logo comes up before anything is shown?
Dude, when everyone says like something like some showcase happens and they're like Konami's gonna be there, like, oh boy, they're gonna send something, they're gonna have something for Silent Hill, I bet. Please. Anyway, so
Stoy and Silent Hill is that toxic relationship that like you don't want to be around. And whenever Silent Hill calls, Stoy picks up the phone and he's like, "I'm always here for you." And she's like, "Yeah, I just need a ride to the bar." And he's like, "I'll be there for you."
No, yeah, sometimes it's like that ex-girlfriend that left, you know, and that you still like really want really bad to come back. And it's like you keep like calling in the middle of the night, like, "Hey, are you ever gonna come back? Well, leave me alone." So Konami's probably got a restraining order on me right now that I have no idea about. But
I am so glad Monster Hunter does not gaslight me the same way Silent Hill gaslights you, dude. I would be a mess.
Because Capcom at least cares about their fans. And I think that's
Do
what
they? Well, do they? We have no crossplay the last two Monster Hunter games. They don't care enough.
Listen. They've given tribute to the Resident Evil titles, and I think that's why Konami started paying attention. Because with the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, and now the upcoming Resident Evil 4, it's obviously it's obviously working for Capcom, you know, to remaster or remake these games for a new audience. So now Konami sees the passionate fan base of Silent Hill, and they're like, well, we should be capitalizing on this too. So by all accounts, what's been rumored over the last year is that we're getting a Silent Hill 2 remake. We're getting a brand new title from a mainline Konami studio. And then apparently there's also supposed to be an episodic series by Annapurna Interactive development teams.
Oh, okay.
I think like there is a huge, maybe huge isn't the right word. I think there's a big upcoming of games that are getting like reworked and remastered, and we're seeing it like Stoy said, RE2, 3, 4, The Last of Us Part 1, Final Fantasy 7, like there's a whole bunch of like things. Yeah, Dead Space, thank you, right? There's a whole bunch of things that are slowly getting remastered, and like you said, I think Konami is like, okay, maybe there's something we can do here.
Yeah, so
it's late to the fucking party, I'll say that.
Well, honestly, I think this is probably something that they've been working on for a while, because to back this up, there's been a lot, and I'm referencing my article, and Block Gaming Reviews actually posted an article too, that former series composer and producer Akira Yamaoka, who's made some of the most iconic video game music for this series, and creature designer Masahiro Ito, both shared the announcement and shared excitement for it. So
didn't Masahiro Ito, like, isn't he doing his own game right now? Like, it's coming to Xbox, right? It's the one with the guys like the crazy ass zombie heads or some shit. Remember?
yeah, it was like Scissor. I forget what it was named, but
Yeah.
you're probably talking about I think former members of Team Silent, because
Oh,
that was
okay,
the
that's what it was.
original
Yeah.
development team that worked on Silent Hill. Team Silent.
Okay.
They worked on it from like 1 through 4, and then Konami wanted to like pitch Silent Hill to be made by Western developers, which didn't go so well. But yeah.
But hey, like Silent Hill still, because probably still been going on though.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah.
What was the last major Silent Hill game? I'm thinking that one for the PSP and it got ported
PS Vita.
to the Wii.
The PS
one
Vita.
for the Vita, and it got ported to the Wii, right?
Nope.
No.
So the last mainline title was Silent Hill: Book of Memories, which came out on the PlayStation Vita in 2012.
Okay.
There was a Silent Hill Origins that came out for the PSP that initially got ported to the PS2, and then there was also Silent Hill Shattered Memories that you were thinking about that came out for the Wii and eventually was ported to the PS2. And I would say Shattered Memories was like the last really good one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Memories was kind of like a top-down dungeon crawler, which, I mean, really didn't fit the vibe. But I think they just wanted to make something for the Vita.
So Shattered Memories is the one though.
Shattered Memories was so unique because it actually played you, where it was like there was a disclaimer that popped up that says, be warned, this game actually plays you. So like basically, you have to answer questions before
how
every
rude.
chapter. You have
How
to answer
rude.
questions before every chapter, and depending on how you answer, the gameplay actually adapts. And even some of the cutscenes and the characters you interact with will adapt to how you answer those questions. It's crazy.
Now I have a question for you because you're the Silent Hill aficionado here for our team.
What gives you that impression?
I mean, the clown outfit you're wearing.
Andre, send him the clown out.
Good.
Send him
Yeah,
the
I was
clown
gonna say,
makeup kit.
Good thing we're not live because I am full on clown makeup right now.
Okay, now because I heard you talking earlier, Andre, about Silent Hill 2 and how epic breaking it was, because I got out of Silent Hill fast because I'm team Resident Evil, so like I like the games that are gonna scare me.
I'm team Resident Evil 2, man. Like you can be both.
Well, I'm just saying, between the battle of the Colossuses that were Resident Evil and Silent Hill at the time, like I preferred the game that I knew was going to scare me, not the game that was going to fuck with me and play with my emotions. So I got off of Silent Hill's tip.
Either of you guys play the game called Fear?
Well, yeah, of course
Fear.
I have. Yeah, I love Fear.
Yeah, Fear was worse than both of those. Personally, sorry.
Fear combined both. Fear combined a little bit of the combat.
It did.
Yeah,
Resident Evil,
and
like
the psychological shit.
Yeah.
The mental fuckery.
I don't like mental fuckery.
You don't like it when games play you?
I told you guys, I get stressed out playing survival. Playing survival horror games, but I get stressed out.
Resident Evil
games play you.
Resident Evil games make you jump and go, holy shit. Silent Hill games, from what I've heard, because I've never played them,
make you put the controller down and be like, what the
Yes, make you pause and put down the controller and step back and go, do I even want to continue?
As a matter of fact, the last Silent Hill anything I played was PT, and I was like, this reminds me of why I never play Silent Hill.
I watched the trailer, I watched the gameplay of PT, and I paused, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
Where'd you pause at? Did you pause in the hallway that refreshes itself 24 billion times?
I skipped like, I don't know what. The last thing I remember was a fucking heart baby in a sink, and I stopped. I'm done.
God, the sink fetus. Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, no, this is not. This can't be real. Like, I'm done.
All right, so real fast. My question for you, Stoy, is why do you think they're not sinking any assets into like remaking Silent Hill 1? Because Silent Hill 1 is like in my opinion one of the most memorable ones because it was the first one, but also like that game had a lot of issues. Like like that's a game that pushed the PS1 to its max.
It really
As far
did.
as
It really
as
did.
far as hardware, at the time.
Me
Stuff like
personally,
that.
as a Silent Hill fan, I would much rather have them remaster or remake Silent Hill 1 because it stands the most to be different, to be, kind of
Yeah.
obviously it was a PlayStation 1 title, so to have it in like PlayStation 5 Series X graphics would be amazing. But what's going to make them the most money is going to be a Silent Hill 2 remake because
Yeah,
that's
true.
most beloved by fans.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them to say like, hey, which one's going to make us the most money? It's going to be Silent Hill 2,
Mm.
But me personally, I would rather have them make Silent Hill 1.
Right. Okay.
I
All right.
think they're doing 2 because they're afraid if they do 1 and it flops, we'll never see the rest of them remade.
That is a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know what?
So they're gonna do their best one first, and see how that goes, and then maybe work off that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as I bitch about companies that play it safe, hello Nintendo. Like I feel like
That was a hot take.
I feel like come on, man.
I don't think it's a
Come on,
hot
man.
take. I think that's
No,
true.
it is. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what audience is listening to the show tonight.
Oh,
But anyway,
true.
but I feel like a company taking a safer bet, a company, especially a company like Konami. Konami is like has like one foot in the grave right now, So a
And
company
that
like
foot,
Konami
and the other foot on a pachinko machine.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm still
By
waiting
the
for my
way-
Dino Crisis
Yo,
remake.
I saw the comparisons of like the Metal Gear Solid pachinko games versus the Metal Gear Solid, like the movie clips from all these from those Metal Gear Solid games, and I am so upset. Like, why aren't we getting
LeRon.
remastered Metal Gear Solid games? Why are we not?
Brother, we get a remastered MGS. I will bow
We
to anyone.
did. We did. Twin Six came out for the GameCube.
And that shit was the bomb.
Yeah,
That
it
shit
really was.
lit.
Yeah,
That was lit.
That shit was the bomb compared off of what it was built on, and what it was built on was fucking impressive too.
Yep.
There will never be no mental fuckery than when you versed Psycho Mantis and he could read what was in your memory card. That shit still haunts me. That shit still. I remember I had Wind Waker on my card and I was fighting him and he's like, "Oh, I see you have Zelda Wind Waker." I'm like, "How the fuck do you know that?" I was like, "This is not cool."
he's like, oh no, like he took me out. He's like, you enjoy playing Nintendo games, don't you? He took me out.
I'd be like, "Look, man, that is a little too personal."
All right. So Story, you got high hopes for this one?
I do. I'm trying to wait with bated breath because, part of me is thinking like, oh, they're going to like announce like, hey, we're going to port the original games onto a PlayStation subscription service, or like, hey, it's going to be on Game Pass or something like that. I'm like partially waiting for them to just be like kind of like limply putting in ports, But then also I'm really hopeful that we're going to get at the very least a brand new title.
All right, so
At the very least a brand new title.
All right,
So here
we're gonna revisit this because we want Stoy's reaction. So I don't know, man. Like we don't have a free night, and tomorrow night would have been the best night for it, but no one has free tomorrow night. So
Nope,
I guess
I definitely don't. I'm actually not going to be able to watch this showcase till way late in the evening. So
okay.
I'm a little butthurt that I won't be able to tune in live, but oh well.
We will try our best to shield you from disappointment if we can.
I'm putting my phone on do not disturb like all night. So don't even bother adding me because
the Boss Rush gang is going to be all over you.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be picking on me like crazy when all of a sudden they announce, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a Nintendo Direct theme.
Silent Hill Pachinko.
Silent Hill 2 port coming to the Nintendo Switch October something 2023.
Oh, shut up! You would buy it.
Of course I would. Of course I would. Of course I would.
You would buy it. Like that's all.
Of course I would. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Well then, guys, it's time to move into the big topic.
I feel like this topic can. You know what? I'll save it.
Okay. I'll put it like this. Do we want to talk about this, or do we want to talk about the whole thing going on the Bayonetta actress?
As the main topic?
Yeah.
How we
Actually,
got?
no. That's no.
I
The
was gonna
Bayonetta
say,
thing
how
is
you gonna
more of
do
a,
this?
the Bayonetta thing is more of a talking topic and not a hot topic. We'll stick with this. We'll stick with
Yeah.
this. All right. So
Tune in to Boss Rush
yeah,
podcast.
tomorrow
I
night.
think they're
Tomorrow
going to talk
night.
about it, or tune into my podcast, the EXP Cast. We talked about this.
Oh, you already talked about it?
Yep.
Damn. I was going to
We
ask
did.
if I could be on.
We didn't talk about the latest revelation, obviously, that happened today.
Yeah, that shit came out. Yeah. Yeah. That's tune in the Boss Rush podcast tomorrow night where me, Corey, and Stephanie will talk about that.
Yep.
You'll enjoy it. All right. So if you've been paying attention to earlier segments in the show, one thing keeps creeping up. And that whole thing is about games getting capped in frame rates. So we're gonna talk
30
about
frames, 60 frames, 100 frames. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to answer the question tonight of whether or not performance matters. All right. So
And not in the bed.
We're not talking about penises anymore.
This is no.
We're talking about computers and video games.
listen, guys, I told you that one time I was dead tired. Like, you can only have your hands stuck in computers for so long, and then it affects the rest of your life. I'm sorry.
Check your prostate, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That might rejuvenate a few things. All right. So if you're new to gaming, you might be confused by all the terminology when it comes around to the words optimal FPS, optimal frames per second.
You know what you won't need? Sorry. You know what you won't need optimal frames per second for? JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party.
Thank you. Thank you.
Depends on how competitive you are.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I skipped ahead, didn't I? I'm sorry. Right, so there are memes that go as far back as a cool decade ago regarding how many frames as the human eye can actually perceive when playing games. For console players, if you're the average console player that's been doing your thing since at least the PS1 days, then you are used to the whole 30 frames per second, because that's what practically all your games are locked at, up to and including the PS3 era, or the Xbox One in the Xbox 360 era. And God, like, what is Nintendo on now?
I don't know. What is it?
Most Nintendo games 30 frames, if that, because there's certain
30
games,
frames was basically home for everyone for years.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and no one complained about it.
No one complained about it until we saw what. Remember?
Wow.
Remember when?
Sorry.
Huh?
Oh my God! Someone talk.
Several Nintendo games are capped at 60 frames.
Several.
Yeah.
Several.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 60 frames a second has been around since like the PlayStation 2, Xbox days.
Yeah, but most developers still lock their games at like 30. Like
yeah.
Remember when one of the best shooters for PS2, Black?
Yep, I remember that.
Game looked amazing, 30 frames per second. Played amazing.
Because
it played amazing.
Honestly, even with the technology right now, sometimes you can't have both. When you talk about playing games in high performance mode, like even like Horizon Forbidden West, if you played in high performance mode, meaning 60 frames a second, it drops it down to 1080p.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it looks like trash. It looks like trash.
Sometimes too much of a good thing is actually a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. So So as the IT guy here, the reason why is because ultimately the hardware can do one or the other, but not both at the same time right now. So honestly, 1080p 60 frames per second, like you're still going to be kind of dead pressed, like in current gen consoles and stuff like that, which is why the sweet spot is 1440. The sweet spot is 1440,
Yeah, which Plague Tale runs at that. It runs at 1440, 30 frames a second, which even still, like, I'm playing it on a 4K TV, and I'm like, it still looks amazing. Like, it's
yeah, right. Like I play Cyberpunk and I get maybe 60 frames, and I'm like, I'm still chilling. Like it still looks good.
Wait,
I can still
you're
play the
playing
game.
You're playing Cyberpunk on what? The Xbox?
No, my PC.
You're getting 60 frames on 1070?
Yeah, and I'm on like a high. Like all my settings are like high.
See, I'm playing on the Series X, and I'm playing in high quality mode, which obviously they're locking it in at 30 frames a second. But like, if you play it on performance mode, I mean, you can forget about ray tracing and all that bullshit. Like,
You must not have ray tracing and stuff on, do you?
Me?
Oh, you don't have ray tracing because you have a 1070. Never mind. I'm sorry.
oh damn, is that shade he's throwing at you?
No, it's
Yeah,
not
it
shade.
is.
Because
I don't know.
I'm sitting here like I have a 2070. I have a 2080 Ti.
Oh,
And
here
like
we go. I have the 2080 Ti. Well, you know what? I have a friend
I'm
named
not getting
I have a
I'm not
friend
getting
named Stoy, and we're starting our own podcast. That's what we're doing.
What are we going to talk about on our new podcast?
all I'm
Silent
saying is
Hill.
all I'm
Silent Hill.
saying
Yes,
is
I'm in.
I have a 2080 Ti and I'm not getting 60. So I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, actually, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm playing with ray tracing. That's what's taking
No,
that's what's tanking my performance. That's what it
there's
is.
there's actually a third. Hang on. Um, there's a new card I'm planning on getting off Newegg that I always forget to send to you.
If it's
Hold on.
if it's a 30 series card, you're good.
It's a 30. What the fuck is it?
Anyways,
Watch you say a 3060
It's a
Ti.
3060 Ti. Yeah, there it is.
Go ahead, Stoy.
I
Yeah,
was just going
sorry.
to say, I mean, just to keep things going. But yeah, it's like, you know, it you're the IT guy, LeRon. So obviously,
Yeah.
and you said this before that, it's hard for, technology now to do both. Like, unless you have a high powered running PC that could potentially do both, and you're throwing intercoolers and fans up the wazoo because that shit's going to overheat. Like, can you imagine like running at full 4K, 60 frames a second on like PlayStation 5 and Series X's? Like, man, your
They'd probably
systems would blow
explode.
up. Yeah, but they blow
Yeah.
up. Like
LeRon, check your
the hardware's not there
Twitter.
yet. We expect it to be, but it's
Mhm.
not there yet.
Mhm.
And
I think we're spoiled.
yeah, we are, because
We are definitely
expect
spoiled.
Yeah.
We are
100%
definitely
spoiled.
spoiled. Yeah.
But
yeah.
the tweet that the developers of Callisto Protocol made saying, yeah, we're running at 60 frames a second, guarantee you they're having a degrading visual quality because of that.
Hang on. Let me take a look at that real fast. Let me take a look at that.
Well, that's like when like you watch streamers, you watch your favorite streamer, and they're playing like, for example, Call of Duty, and they're getting like 200 frames or something, and then all of a sudden they get to like 180, and they're like, "Oh, my frames are dropping." It's like, bro, you get like 250, and you're complaining about like that. To me, is like, you got to be kidding me. Like,
So the human eye can only perceive frames between 30 and 60 frames a second, and it can't really notice much of a difference between 60 and anything higher. So
yeah,
60 is kind of like, I mean, I guess 30 would be kind of the sweet spot to where you can really see what's going on. And then 60 is like, okay, it looks good, but like I said, there's probably going to be, I know in a lot of those kind of like high frame rate games, like you're getting a little bit of a blurred effect. You're getting a little bit of like muddy textures because it's just like the
it's too
processing power is
fast.
only focused on one thing.
Yeah,
Alright,
and like,
so go ahead.
go on.
No, I was
Okay, so say for example, Jesus Christ,
LeRon, you go first. Andre goes next. I'm calling it.
Basically, to understand something, performance mode is, let's just call it a gimmick. And I know some techies out there are going to groan when I say gimmick, because they're going to be like, "What the fuck's this guy talking about?"
this guy's cringe.
But let's simplify this for a second. Performance mode is a gimmick, because what performance mode does is it tweaks settings to give you the best of both worlds. Honestly, it gives you nice frames, but it also gives you better stable performance and stuff like that. When you go outside performance mode, when you start doing like ultra settings on stuff, like that fluctuates with things. And trust me, even the best systems under ultra performance cannot maintain consistent frames. Yeah, we might get the blowout like high frame rates and stuff like that, but it's never consistent. It's never consistent, and that's the thing you have to think about there. So this whole thing about optimal frames, I'll be honest with you, optimal frames is 30. You know, and I'm
Yeah.
a snob. I'm a snob. I don't like playing my games 30 frames per second, but optimal frames is 30 frames per second. Trust me, I felt terrible playing Saints Row, the new one, and playing it at 30 frames. I was like, nah, I'm unlocking this. I started tweaking settings real fast.
Like, there's
All
a
right.
reason why photographers and all that record themselves and YouTube videos at 30 frames per second. Is because
They don't
it
even
like
shit like the
it
enthusiasts don't
genuinely looks good. And when you film B-roll, you film at 60 and then you slow it down so you get that slow-mo, but it looks crispy. There's a reason for that.
Oh, trust me, the real photophiles and like the real videographers and stuff, they shoot at 24 frames.
Yeah, my
I think
point,
that's
right?
more of
Like,
a natural like film. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. And that to me says a lot. Like, if you have like a fucking $5,000 camera and you're dropping it all the way down to 24 just to record, clearly you don't need to record it like 100 frames per second unless you're fucking Superman or something. That's just
Right,
my
yeah.
take.
Shit, actually my camera that I use, that my face camera, it's at 24 frames.
Exactly, right? Like, I bet
It's
you
at
if
24
you
frames.
go look at if you
That's also
if
how
you
I get
own it,
that's also how I get 4K output on it.
if you own a camera or you have a PC or anything, try dropping your frames a bit. If you are having frame troubles, drop your frames, and I bet you your gaming thing will work a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. All right, some
And that
real quick key points here. For many years, gaming at 30 frames per second was more than enough for anybody. However, as technology advanced, gamers and developers sought to make more to make the most of it. So soon, 60 frames per second became the new standard for single player games, while 120 or higher became the standard for multiplayer games. The reason why is because the more frames you get, the better your gameplay is, especially in the multiplayer environment. And guess
the
what?
faster you can see someone come around the corner.
The faster you can shoot them.
Yeah.
Because you'll see the 120 FPS thing or higher happening in a lot of competitive shooting games. Not so much in fighting games. I think in fighting games, having it above 60 frames per second, you're doing yourself a disservice. As a matter of fact, and I can also tell you this: Monster Hunter, the current Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, the game is actually harder at 60 frames than it is at 30. The reason
How do you do
why,
that?
huh? The
How do
reason
you go back to Monster Hunter all the time?
what?
Cause it's like every time I go back to Mass Effect. Anyway,
That's fair.
It's like every time you go back to Destiny.
yeah, we all have
All right.
that. We all have that.
We have our it game. We have that game that wastes our time,
Yep.
But anyway,
That wastes our time.
I was
At
I
least
was
he
trying
acknowledges it.
I was
That's
trying to I was trying to use this as a segue back to the whole thing about Gotham Knights, because Gotham Knights, there's a controversy right now. People are really upset that they have like $500 machines and stuff, and Gotham Knights is saying that your game is coming out 30 frames per second.
Spoiled.
The statement from Warner Brothers is that due to I'm sorry, who's the developer? I forget.
WB Montreal,
Batman.
I think.
That's the publisher. Who's the developer?
WB Montreal.
The studio? That's the studio? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. They came out and said, due to the types of features we have in our games, like providing fully untethered co-op experience in our highly detailed open world, it's not as straightforward as lowering the resolution and getting a higher FPS. For this
There is a
reason,
lot. Sorry. Go on.
the closing statement is, for this reason, our game does not have performance quality toggle option and will run at 30 frames per second on consoles.
There is a lot going on screen. I can't see the game trying to have fucking everything going along with trying to have, say, 60 frames. It would just it would blow up. I'm sorry, it'd blow up.
Yeah.
They want the game to look beautiful and run stable. That's why they locked it at 30 frames. Now, yeah. So I guarantee you a bunch of smug ass PC master racers are going to be out there like Gotham Knights 4K 60 and all this shit. I guarantee you. But that's
Well,
because That's because they sank money in 2080s and 3090s and 4090s that just hit the scene.
Well, that's why I
to do
think
this stuff.
60 frames a second right now is marketing speak. It's super marketing speak now to say, like, look at, I mean, you got game A running at 30 frames a second. Our game runs at 60 frames a second. Like, it's supposed to be better. And it's just marketing speak because it's like more like to the dumbass consumer, more is better all the time.
Is better. Yeah.
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 And it's not always the case in this one.
No, right? It's basically like, hey, look, I have a Ferrari and that guy has a Honda. Which one do you want, right? Well, it's like, well, it's not always about 30 or 60. It's how the game will run on either or.
Yeah.
And if we're being honest, and this is me being the pretentious ass, like, PC gamer right now, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are not there yet. I mean, they are leaps and bounds ahead of the Xbox
Xbox One.
Thank you, and the PS4,
PlayStation 4. There you go.
Yeah, but there's still a way to go in console gaming. Even though, like, I definitely appreciate this generation of console gaming. I do, as a matter of fact. PS5 and Xbox Series X is the most exciting of console gaming I've had in a while, because I keep telling people all the time, like, I had better experiences on PS3 than I had on PS4.
I agree with you on that.
Some games aside, like God of War,
Honestly, I think my golden era of video games was PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole nother
PS2,
topic.
360, and GameCube were top tier. Top tier.
Top tier.
So this answer to this topic tonight is going to sound like such a cop out, but it's all on the eye of the beholder here. Like, some people like me, like, I can't play a game if it's below 60 frames. I can't play it makes me uncomfortable. A lot of people, yeah, exact opposite. That whole freakishly twitchy like gameplay, at 60 frames and higher, some people can't adjust to that. So, it's all in how you feel comfortable with playing your games.
So what changed me is that I used to be the same way. I would be like 60 frames a second because I love the smoothness of it. I love the way it, like, everything moves at a super fast pace, and it's like it just looks better to me. It looks more visually appealing. But once I started to kind of dig deeper, I started noticing, well, there's like a degradation in visual quality. And then, but like going from performance mode and then dropping it down to quality mode, the frame rate is really jarring at first. Like, it's almost like, oh, I can't play this. So then I would jump back to performance mode. But like, say with Horizon Forbidden West, I did a comparison, like, right when I played the game, and I noticed quality mode was like leaps and bounds like better. Like, it ran at like a kind of like a, it didn't run at such a high frame rate, like, quality mode, but like, or like performance mode. But eventually, like, I was like, I'll adjust to this. And it really didn't take me long, to the point where, like, after playing on quality mode for so long, when I would jump to performance mode, I'd be like, ugh, it's like looking at a pile of shit. Like, it's just like, ugh, it just doesn't look good.
It's basically, in the word, like, if you want better performance but not good quality, go performance mode. If you want better quality but not great performance, go into quality mode.
But that's
it's
the thing.
Basically like, right?
It's like saying, like, I mean, it still runs good. It still runs well. Like, the performance is still good when you're playing it on quality mode.
That's the thing, is that quality mode's the best of both worlds. But if you want to have like top tier graphics, then play performance, but you're gonna suffer, and it's simple.
Yeah, you really are.
Actually, performance mode is the compromise. That's the crazy thing. Performance mode is the compromise, because going,
and
30
you
frames
have
per second,
new systems. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, because 30 frames per second is, honestly, in my opinion, that's the entry point. That's the entry point. Like, it gets you the most stable performance and stuff like that. It gets the most stable performance with the best visuals out there. But at the same time, like, you take the hit in, like, if you're a competitive gamer, you take the hit in responsiveness, and also another thing. And I'm only gonna mention this, but I'm not gonna get too far in the weeds in it. Like, we got monitors now that go up to 240 hertz and stuff like that. That's another whole thing to factor in there. Most people are still playing on, like, HD televisions.
Yeah.
Big ass, and most big ass TVs. Hell, my television is 60 hertz. So
Yeah,
all
Or
I can get,
LeBron.
so all
my
I can
current
get is 60
gaming
frames on my
monitor is
television.
60.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I capped my Monster Hunter. I capped Monster Hunter at 60. Like I don't need to go to the full 140, 144. I don't. So
Me
there you have it.
personally, me personally, I think all of this is just like I said, it's stupid marketing speak.
Mhm.
That's really just doesn't it shouldn't affect the outcome of the game. If the game has been fully designed from the ground up to run at 60 frames a second with the best visual quality that you can get, then
Mhm.
yeah, obviously 60 frames a second is gonna be the gold standard. But if we're playing, and this is my problem with performance mode, is that you're playing with lower quality. Like honestly, it is lower quality. You want to play with higher quality because we have new generation systems. The PlayStation 5, if I want to play a PlayStation 5 game, I want it to be looking like a PlayStation 5 game. I don't want it to
Exactly.
look like a PlayStation 4 game because it runs smoother. I want it
Mhm.
to look like I'm actually playing a next gen title. So when I pop in Cyberpunk, I'm playing in quality mode because I love the reflections of the rain on the streets and I love the detail of the city lights and the
I can
cityscapes.
only imagine what that looks
Ta-
like. It probably looks so good.
I love it. Stoy is taking it home with this one. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
And
like I
also,
said, it's just such a stupid conversation. Like it kind of like irritated me like a little bit because I'm like, just because you're buying into this whole like 60 frames a second and now you think that's the standard that everybody should be at. No, that
Hmm.
is not.
it's it's like how I tell people. It's like how I tell people, like like the iPhone versus the Android people. A lot of people buy these things and don't even use it to its full potential,
No, yeah,
or don't even
exactly.
or don't even understand what it is.
That's a whole nother conversation we could do.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly,
yeah, for sure.
exactly. Exactly. Like buying a PlayStation and talking about the teraflops and all this stuff. That's all good unless you know what the fuck you're talking about. If you don't
Hmm.
know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, then you're just another jackass with an expensive piece of hardware. That all you do is like press a button and let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think
I
we're
mean,
done.
what's up with all these? There's a lot of people out there that just play retro side-scrolling. Uh, you know,
Okay. Look, why'd you have to go at me like that?
Well, I'm just saying. No,
You know
I'm
what?
saying I do that too. I do that too. I play games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on my PlayStation fucking 5. I
I
shouldn't
have a
be
tweet.
playing a game like Shredder's Revenge on the PlayStation 5 because that game don't look next gen.
Hell, I'm playing Sir Revenge on my damn gaming rig PC. Come on
Yeah,
now.
so
Damn.
that's
On a
why
big
honestly these days graphics aren't really the metric
Mm-mm.
for what we should be valuing games at. What
Yeah.
does it matter how a game looks? What does it matter how a game runs? What does it matter how many frames per second? If the game is good and the
Hey,
game is built from the ground up to run
hey,
great,
frames matter. Frames matter.
you can get out of here
I'm
with
gonna,
that
t- I'm gonna
goddamn
tell
red
you
hat of yours.
I'm gonna tell you why frames matter, because you played the Dance Dance Revolution games, right?
Of course I did.
Remember when Six Mix came out, like it bumped DDR up to 60 frames per second.
Man, I don't.
And
Okay,
then
sure.
okay, well basically like the games before the six version of DDR, they ran at 30 frames per second, and there was a problem with me translating the steps, you know, to the rhythm because it's going 30 frames.
Oh, that was the reason why your dance moves sucked, huh? That was the reason.
Well, everybody, that's our show for tonight.
Wow, that one personal.
I guess that makes sense why I wasn't good at Rock Band because they play Rock Band at 30 frames a second. My brain couldn't think fast enough.
Well, also the problem with Rock Band is there was no modifier to space out those notes. So like sometimes they're sitting right on top of each other, and you're like, is that one note or is that four notes?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
All right, guys, ready to wrap up?
Yes, sir.
yes,
All right,
sir.
all right, cool. All right. Well, everyone, that's our show for tonight. We'd like to go ahead and give a big thanks to you for tuning in to the Crossroads podcast. We are sorry that this is the audio version only this time. Hopefully, we'll fix some of our problems next time and get you a live show again.
But let us know if you enjoy this one. I mean, like if you just throw it on and kick back, then drop
Oh,
a
yeah.
comment and
yeah, definitely.
let us know, because we might talk amongst us, and if that's something you guys enjoy, then we might do it again. Who knows?
All right. Before we head out, here's how you can connect with the crew and stay in contact with us. Stoy, you go first tonight.
I am part of the EXP Cast, a video game podcast with the Boss Rush Network. We put out episodes every Monday. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EXPcast. And also, you can follow me on my personal Twitter at Stoy, MKE8.
All right, Andre, you're up.
You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at ANNDRE_WILSON. And eventually, YouTube is coming out with handles. They are slowly rolling them out to everyone. So eventually, I'll be able to throw that handle in there as well. But for now, if you go on YouTube and just search my name, Andre Wilson, then I should be there. But like I said, hopefully YouTube rolls out the handles soon enough. But yeah, those 3 platforms, come find me, come talk to me. Let's and hey, again, Naruto cheek clapping. I'm here. Let's go.
I think my handle's locked in. I checked my handle and I
Numb tongue
locked in.
69.
Numtuck 6969.
That's the OF. I stop that, guys. Stop. You're gonna get me in trouble. As always, you can find me on social media, YouTube, Twitch, and PlayStation Network and Steam by looking up Exodus 803. Do not forget, I am one of the hosts for the Boss Rush podcast show, which airs Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/Boss Rush Network. Come check it out, hang out with us. By the time you're actually listening to this show, like we will be talking about the whole thing going on with the Bayonetta voice actors. So that's going to be a good conversation topic.
Oh, sorry. I am actually starting a podcast with 2 of my friends. It's an anime podcast. By the time you're hearing this, the first 2 episodes will be out. It's called The Ball Sack, and it's on. I didn't come up with the name. I did not come up with the name. I swear. I swear I did not come up with the name. We talk about anime. We talk about the latest highs and lows of anime. Again, that's The Ball Sack on YouTube.
The Ball Sack. I
wanted to throw that out there. I did not come up with the name. I swear I did not come up with the name.
All right, so check it out. Crossroads has a merch store, so please go out there and check it out. We're gonna be doing a refresh of some of our stuff real soon there, so get on it now while some of the stuff is before all the stuff becomes vintage. So check it out. Just head over to redbubble.com and look up the Boss Rush, and you will find it. Before we head out, real fast, here's some things you may want to head over to bossrush.net to check out from our friends, our fellow contributors and stuff over at the site. First up, Ouch wants to know, who is your favorite Mortal Kombat character in the October 14th edition of Boss Rush banner? Same here, Scorpion. As a matter of fact, I like all those ninjas, but Scorpion is always going to be the shit.
That's fair.
Horizon Forbidden West has won big at the 2022 Dutch Game Awards, and our friend Mary Helen Norris has all of the details for you. By the way, we're going to get her on the show because when I say a super fan for the Horizon Zero Dawn franchise, this is the one. So we're going to have to get her on the show real soon here.
Hell yeah, I would love to pick her brain.
And lastly, our friend Josh Martinez, who gives you the complete rundown on season 1 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law in his TV review for Disney Plus's latest MCU outing. All that and more can be found over at bossrush.net. So head there and check out more editorials and shows from our ever-growing family of creators and contributors. As always, we're looking for more people to chill with and be cool and nerdy with over at the Boss Rush Network Discord. So head over there and check it out. As always, you can chat with us, keep the conversation going by hitting us up on Twitter at ps_crossroads to dish on more news, events, and topics while we're getting ready for the next installment of Crossroads.
Hell yeah.
Hey, everybody. This has been episode 97 of the Crossroads Video Game Podcast. We love you guys. We want you to make sure to come back and check us out again. And remember, if you're listening to us on any of our podcast locations, share, rate, and review us wherever you check out the show. If you're catching the YouTube version of the show, subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications.
Yeah, Timmy.
Turn on notifications. So you know when the next show is happening. As part of Boss Rush Games family, we want you all to have a great night, and please remember to play games, be better, take care of yourselves. Don't worry about frames. Just worry about what is going on with what's in front of you with the game. Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? If you're not enjoying it, make some tweaks. Get there.
Get good.
Don't worry about the frame. Worry about the game.
Unless you're a member of the PC Master Race, then you always worry about the fucking frames. Always.
Yep. And remember, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
And don't forget JoJo Siwa.
JoJo Siwa worldwide, baby.
Worldwide party. Woo.
All right, everyone. We're out. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.